All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful snowy Monday morning. Let me know if you are bullish or bearish on Bitcoin right now. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. Pray everyone is super blessed. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin today, the good, the bad, the ugly, doing some very in-depth analysis on high time frames as well as low time frames. So stay tuned. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to share the stream so we can get these informations out there to lots of people. Shout out to Stephen Hall and Epidemic 3P. Shout out to 7 Fights and Freedom Man. Shout out to First Coast Crypto in the house and Iced Cooley. What is going on? Kraja wants to know if the VIP Discord has helped you at all. Let him know if it's helped you, the VIP Discord. Let Kraja know in the chat, and if you found it to be of zero value, let him know. All right, y'all, we are live. Let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this. All right. Let's turn off this this music. If anybody's interested, by the way, in this, what music this is check out Chill Music Lab. You know, I listen to them a lot when I'm doing technical analysis. All right, so let's get into this. I want to talk about Bitcoin. I want to start on a high time frame, and I want to work our way down to a low time frame because we are currently at a very critical, a very crucial level of support. And I know these are buzzwords: crucial, critical, emergency, but the reality is, guys, we actually are at a very, very important place for Bitcoin. And I want to start on the monthly time frame and lay a foundation for us, paint a little picture about what is happening. And then what we're going to do is we are going to build a case for a bullish scenario and also a bearish scenario. And the goal here is to have a plan in advance so that regardless of what does happen with the price action, we are not caught off guard. Because as I oftentimes say, you know, as traders, it does not matter if price is going up or if price is going down. But what does matter is that there is volatility. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat, by the way, because I'm as you can see, I have no camera. I've got a little bit different setup today. So let me know if the sound is good. And so let's get into it. I'm going to start on the monthly time frame, y'all. Now on the monthly time frame, we have put in what is called a bearish divergence. And if anybody's new to technical analysis, the higher the time frame, the more powerful the signal, but the more volatility there can be in the price movement. And what I mean by that is this. We have a bearish divergence printing on the monthly time frame. A bearish divergence is when price is making a higher high, like we can see right here, yet momentum is making a lower high, like we can see right here. And this is the indicator market cipher B. And, you know, basically, this is a very bearish sign. This is showing us that as the price is getting higher, momentum and money and interest is leaving the market, which means there needs to be a correction to the downside, because you can't have price getting higher if fewer people are interested in buying that product, right? That means there needs to be a correction. If you have a product, let's say you have a new amazing product that you are selling at a store, a retail product, right? What are the kids into nowadays? Going to the mall. You're selling something at the mall, and the price of your product, you keep pushing the price up higher and higher and higher. Eventually, people are going to lose interest in buying it at that high price. And so you're going to have to lower your prices for people to get interested in buying it again. So that's how you can think of this bearish divergence. And of course, from the time that we started printing this bearish divergence, we have come down to a very significant area. And this significant area is around the $39,000 level. Now, this is a very important area for a number of reasons, but the first reason is that it is this trend line that we have been respecting since October 2020. Now, October 2020 really marks what I would consider the beginning of this bull run, okay? This uptrend that we have been in since we were down there in October. We put in that initial impulse, we put in a high, we put in a higher low, we put in a higher high. Now, the reason why this is such an important support is because if we come below this area, we do run the risk of breaking very high term time frame market structure and putting in a lower high and losing this trend line that's been respected now since October 2020. Okay. Another reason why this is such an important area of support is because if we analyze the volume that has been traded during the past, I don't know, let's say about a year, okay, the last year or so, we're just going to look at the volume that was traded. We can see that we are coming to this area where Bitcoin is now going to be losing the support of not only the trend line, but also the value area. Now, a value area is when you're analyzing volume that was traded over a given period of time. And there's an indicator over here called fixed range volume profile. And this fixed range volume profile is going to show you at what price was the most Bitcoin exchanged at. So since the beginning of 2021, we can see that Bitcoin has pretty much been trading sideways here, coming from the low to the high, to the low to the high, and now heading back down toward the low. And something that's very important is if we lose and hold below this value area, it shows that people no longer want to trade Bitcoin in what used to be considered a fair value. So when you use this indicator, you're going to see these shaded candles, and this is going to identify a fair value for the price of Bitcoin, right? Supply and demand, a fair value. And if price comes above that fair value, like it did right here, we're going to come back down inside the fair value. And if price comes below the fair value, like it did right here, it's going to come back inside that fair value. And again, it comes above the fair value, comes back inside. And so if we lose and start to close and hold below this fair value, it's a little bit different than it was last time, because last time that happened in the summer, there were a few different things here. First of all, we had this trend line, which had not officially been formed yet. We didn't know about it. But we can also see that we had other very, very important supports right here, okay? Now, because this trend line has been established, and by the way, this value area had not been established back then either. Now that this value area has been established and this trend line has been established, if we do lose this level, it's going to be a very fast move to the downside. And I'm going to get into more of targets later. But the two main massive targets that I would have if we get a move to the downside is going to be, number one, the golden pocket from the Roni Baloney dump to the all-time high. We can see that if we lose this important support here around 39,000, the next major zone of support, major, Okay, we have supports along the way down, but the next major zone of support is going to be that golden pocket. Okay, it's going to be that golden pocket. Now, I want to start off by talking about a bullish case, okay, a bullish scenario. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Sebastian. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to Mike Rowan. Shout out to Jonathan Valdez. What's going on, Jonathan? Shout out to Laurel, who's super bullish. I actually am also kind of bullish right now, and I'm going to get into why. Well, basically, I am on a very high time frame leaning more bearish, in an intermediate time frame leaning bullish, and a very local time frame neutral. And right now, you know, we've been trading Bitcoin in the Discord. Oh, by the way, this is the Luna short that we were in last week during the VIP Discord, VIP altcoin technical analysis session. We came up with this trade setup way back here. We said, yeah, it's probably, we're going to come down here, retest the resistance, come up to this area for a drop. And of course, we are getting that drop right now on Luna. So shout out to everyone who took this short with me in the VIP Discord. By the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where we post trade setups, technical analysis updates, we have a thriving community of traders in here. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. We've been scalping Bitcoin in here. And Ethereum. And man, we got some good Ethereum trades. Like, for example, this one over here. Where we shorted Bitcoin, we shorted Ethereum. We got two of them. This first one right here from the golden pocket, and then we came up for the second one up here. And that second one, guys, is actually up in some pretty juicy profits right now. The one from about 33.92. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so this is the beginning of it, and I haven't posted an update on it, but it's up over 100% in profits right now. And yeah, so I'm posting TA in here. We have a thriving community of traders posting good technical analysis in here. It's a great place to learn. It's a really great place to learn, guys. If you're newer to this, check it out, patreon.com/Jason Casper. And yeah, so I want to talk about why I lean bullish now. If we go to the daily time, well, first of all, let's start on the weekly time frame. Market Cipher B on the weekly time frame is starting to curve up. VWAP starting to curve up. Momentum wave starting to clip up, and we can just kind of see over time now, even on the weekly time frame, that as the price has been getting lower, the VWAP here has been getting higher. Now, this is a bullish divergence with the VWAP on the weekly time frame, and every single time we get a green dot on the weekly time frame below that zero line, we get a significant move to the upside, okay? Back here, it doesn't look like much because we're not on log scale, but we got that green dot, and we ended up getting a 45% move to the upside. Then a few weeks later, a few months later, we print another green dot below the zero line, and we got ourselves another 50% move to the upside. Now, I want to show you that when we got this green dot down here, we were in a downtrend, right? This was a very, I don't know if you guys remember, but if we go back and we look at the chart there, it's so hard to remember these times, but look at the downtrend that we were in at that time when we got this green dot, okay? We were in a very massive downtrend from the high to a low, and then when we printed that green dot, boom, we get that 45% move to the upside before another move to the downside, where we do get another green dot, and then we get another move to the upside before we get another move to the downside, and then we get another green dot. And this is pretty much the Corona dump in which we start the bull market. So my point here is that it's probable, very probable, that as the weekly time frame starts to confirm bullish, that we are at least going to get some kind of relief rally here. And we have been in this downtrend for a very long time. Funding on exchanges has switched to favoring longs, which, what the heck just happened here? What that means is if you're holding a long right now on ByBit, you're literally getting paid just to hold that long, and people who are in shorts are paying the funding fee. And so there are shorts that need to get punished, right? Just like there were longs that need to get punished when we were up here in this euphoria, now there's shorts that need to get punished. And this is a great place to start to have some kind of relief rally. If we go to the daily time frame, what do we see? We see bullish divergences right here on Market Cipher B. Okay, we can see price is making lower lows, Momentum is making higher lows. And yes, the VWAP is curving over on the daily time frame on Market Cipher B, but this means that potentially we could get an anchor wave and a trigger wave right here on the daily time frame. And even if price does come down and makes a lower low, that would give us a very bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Okay, it will give us a very bullish divergence on the daily time frame. And so for these reasons, I think that we could be poised for a move to the upside. And if as long as we don't start closing daily candles below 39K, I am still going to kind of lean bullish on the intermediate term. Okay, if we start to lose this crucial support right here between, I would say, 39 and 37,000, then I'm looking toward lower supports that we have in this general zone, and of course down here to the golden pocket from the beer bug dump to the all-time high. And you know, it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting to see what is happening right here, because if these bullish divergences do play out, I think that we can get a move to the upside that will catch a lot of people off guard. And one of my main targets for that, depending on where we come down to, is going to be around this high volume node up here at about 57,000. If we take a golden pocket from the all-time high to our current price, we can see it's coming in right around that area. If we do put in a lower low, let's just say we put in a lower low here, you know, coming down, if you know, because as I was saying, you know, I'm looking at this entire section as a zone, where within this zone there's many levels of support that I'm looking at to potentially get the bounce from, right? If we are going to get a bounce. And so if we do come down into here, then the golden pocket would be perfectly lined up with this this high volume node. Now, another area that I would definitely be looking at as a resistance would be, you know, if we take the volume from the summer to our current day, and we can see that we have a very high volume node around this 47,000 level. So if we are going to get the move to the upside from here, then I would be looking to do something like this, where you know, this is not a trade signal. This is just showing you guys a rough plan of what I would be looking to happen here, where, you know, as long as we're not closing candles below the zone on the daily time frame, then we'd be looking to TP1 right around here and final target up there. And so there's a lot of other reasons why, you know, on the medium term time frames, I think we could get some kind of a relief rally right here. Okay, if we turn on some other indicators, like your good old Stochastic Rsi, this is an indicator I use from time to time. We can see here that the Stochastic Rsi is down very low at about 1.64. I'm just going to draw a little line right here, the 1.64, and that orange line right there. Notice that whenever we come down that low to the 1.64, we typically do get a move to the upside. We typically do get a move to the upside. I'm sorry, this is the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, when the Stochastic RSI comes down to this orange line, this has historically marked a very significant bottom, right? This marked the bottom of this previous area of consolidation here, boom. And again, we find ourselves there again. And notice something, in the past here, the Stochastic RSI formed a double bottom on that level. And again, the Stochastic RSI has formed a double bottom on this level at key support. So for these reasons, although when we look at the higher time frame, the monthly time frame, things are looking bearish, where we could expect potentially more movement to the downside. When we look at these medium time frames, the weekly and the daily, we can see, hey, there is room here for a significant move to the upside, right? There's room here for a significant move to the upside. If we go down to the 4 hour, you know, we can see bullish divergences slightly also on the Stochastic RSI. But Market Cipher, definitely on the 4 hour time frame here, Market Cipher, I feel is looking quite bullish in the sense that, yes, we have this momentum wave coming down, but look at the money flow. If I just turn off the money flow turn off everything on Market Cipher B except the money flow. And by the way, if somebody doesn't have Market Cipher, you want to get it, it's the best indicator you can use in TradingView. You can go to marketciphertrading.com. I do have an affiliate link in the description if you're interested, but I don't think I have a discount. So BitBoy might have a discount though. If you're trying to get a discount on it, it's a really good indicator. Look at the money flow on the 4-hour time frame right here, guys. Look at the money flow as we are consolidating here. This is looking very, very bullish. Money flow is a very bullish indicator in general. I remember the last short position that I took that we did post here in the VIP Discord. If we go to potential Bitcoin scalps over here in the Discord, the last short that we took here was from, well, we take a lot of trades in here. This was a while ago now. So we're longing and shorting. So the short before that long, this is so long ago now, guys. Yeah, here we go. The last short, well, that's not true. I'm in a short right now. I'm in a short on Bitcoin right now that we just took recently. But this short right here is up like 800% in profits. And we shorted it from basically this this confluence that we had with the trend line and the golden pocket. And the main, that was from 47,430. So let's mark that out real quick. 47,430 was right here. Right here. So we shorted it from this wick right here. And the way we were able to get into that trade was literally just based on money flow on the 6-minute time frame. Let's take a look. If we go down to the 6-minute time frame and we go back in time to that place, let's see if we can even find it now. Where is that? Where is that place? Oh, place. Where are you at? Where are you at, place? Aha, here's the place. Look at the money flow on the 6-minute time frame. Money flow on Market Cipher is one of those indicators that really can give you a heads up of what is going to happen if you're at a key level, right? Especially if you're at a key level. We see the price getting higher and higher and higher as we see the money flow getting lower and lower and lower, okay? And then that's how we shorted it right from that high, boom, coming down. The trade is in massive profit, still open, still going to hold on my shorts because here's the thing. I hold a lot of Bitcoin on spot, so I'm not in a rush to close out my shorts. And actually right now, guys, Bitcoin is getting a bounce from a very important level that we were looking at yesterday to scalp from. In fact, if we just take a look at this here, boom, we had this golden pocket that we were looking to take a scalp from yesterday, and we did get a pretty significant move from that golden pocket. Still, we can see the money flow is coming up here, but I digress. I'm talking about the 4-hour time frame, and I'm talking about money flow coming up as we consolidate on this level. So here are some bullish scenarios that I'm potentially looking for. Bullish scenario number 1 is that we come and we put in a higher low. Okay, we come and we put in a higher low. Now we can just look here at the charts and see that we have a very, very clear support. Just using our eyes, we have a very clear support around 41,000. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this a support line right here at about 41,000. And we're going to call this support line support. All right. Scenario number 1 for me is that we come down and get another tap of that that horizontal level that we tested 1, 2, 3 times, and that would be a higher low on macro market structure, right? Even on the daily time frame, we go to the daily time frame, we can see we put in our low, we put in our high, and we can put a higher low on this key support before a move to the upside, which would be a very nice looking W, right? Because we came down, we put in a low, and then we put in our first high, and then we put in a higher low, and combined with money flow coming up on the daily time frame and the 4-hour time frame. Okay, and then the second scenario for me is, and we could put a higher low in anywhere, but this is just one level I'm looking at. The other levels I posted in the VIP Discord. The second scenario is that we put in a lower low with a bullish divergence and then we really get a move to the upside from there. So if we turn back on our waves and our VWAP here on market Cipher B, keeping in mind the fact that money flow is coming up, right? Even if we come down and put in a wave like this, and we come down and get a lower low, that's still a bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, because momentum and money flow is coming up as price is getting lower. So those are the two major bullish scenarios that I really see for this. And you know, if we start to, like I said, close candles on the daily below this very important zone of support that we have, then I am going to be looking for lower. I am going to be looking for lower. So, by the way, if you do want to learn how to trade the way I do, you can check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. We're constantly updating this with content and new course materials. And basically, the reason why this is such a powerful course, and this has helped so many people, I have talked to many people, interviewed them live on my channel, as well as talked to them in DMs. This has changed the way they trade. I talk to people who have been able to quit their job to trade full time, because what it does is it systematizes your trading so that you have a plan of when to enter, when to exit, when to take profit, so that you're not flopping and groping, as CryptoFace says. And there's currently a 20% discount in the description of the video. You could check that out. There's a discount code there. But yeah, this will give you a complete system. Even if you've never looked at a chart before, all the TA that you would need to know in order to get started, how I use Market Cipher to enter and exit trades, 5 trading strategies that I use and many people use, as well as mindset and risk management so that you don't blow your account. Very, very important. Check it out if you're interested. So that is kind of what I am looking at with Bitcoin right now. And again, we do need to be aware of the fact that if we turn all this stuff off, we are currently consolidating again at very crucial support. Okay, we can just see even with our eyes here, and then I'm gonna answer some questions in the chat, but we can just clearly see that we are at a crucial support. Even if we didn't know any technical analysis at all, we are at this key box of support. And in addition to that, if we take the trend line from the high and connect it here and extend it to the right. Well, I'm not going to do that because it'll slop up the chart. But we could take the trend line like this, and we could take another trend line from here and drag it down like this. We can see that we are consolidating in what is known as a falling wedge pattern. This is a bullish pattern right here. And so again, when we're consolidating in a bullish pattern, when we see market Cipher B giving us bullish signals, when we see that we are coming to crucial support, it would be irresponsible, at least in my mind, and this is not financial advice, guys. You should never take financial advice from a guy on the internet who is known to wear Pikachu hats. I mean, if we take a look at the thumbnail that I just made here, guys, look at me, right? Why would you take financial advice from this guy? Upside down glasses, Pikachu hat, open mouth thumbnail. Definitely not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. Definitely not even close to that. Okay? Definitely not even a cool guy. No friends, wasn't popular in high school, right? Really bad with the ladies, can't get a girlfriend, right? Because every time I try and talk to girls, I get so nervous, I start to cough and I make this weird noise like, and then they're like, get away from me, you animal. Okay, not financial advice at all. In fact, this is pure entertainment. Every single trade I take on here is paper trading, and I recommend you do the same because trading is so risky, you will lose everything. You will lose everything, okay? So anyway, for my paper trading plan, we're consolidating the bullish pattern with bullish signals on market Cipher. Now, what if we lose this, right? What if we just come down like this? Then what? I'll tell you what. As I said in the beginning of the stream, then I'm really looking toward the obviously there's other areas in here, but the major area would be this golden pocket. And if we lose the golden pocket, we could just look with our eyes and see we have some consolidation right here, and we have some consolidation right here. So we could really be looking down if this downtrend continues, which we are in a very clear downtrend. We could be looking down to 20,000, which is major support, right? Around that $20,000 Bitcoin is major support, the previous all-time high. We might come down for a retest of that previous all-time high, which, guys, you know, it's not the most bearish thing in the world. It definitely sucks for anybody who bought into Bitcoin under over 20,000, right? Because you know, thankfully I got into Bitcoin when it was only a couple $100, and now it's, you know, 42,600, right? So, but yeah, these are just some levels to be aware of, guys. These are just some levels to be aware of. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah. So if we zoom in a little bit more locally here for the Bitcoin. So we're dealing with very high time frames, and if anyone's new to this, when you're dealing with high time frames, you should never FOMO into any kind of trade or investment. However, when we're dealing with high time frames, we can be very relaxed and very slow about making our decisions, because it takes a long time for these things to play out. It takes a long time for these levels to be reached, and even if we are going to come down to that golden pocket, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, but that golden pocket is another trend line that we've been respecting all the way from March 2020. So that golden pocket, we do find some intersectionality there with you know, with the that trend line. So, and yeah, just something to be aware of. Okay, just something to be aware of. Yeah, so if we zoom in a little bit more locally here, I'm going to turn off these trend lines. I'm going to turn them off. And turn off this rectangle, and I'll even turn off the wedge, right? I'll turn off the wedge. Let's go down to, maybe we'll start with a 4-hour here, and on the 4-hour time frame, a few things to take note of, which is number one. Well, I had also been looking at this, and here, let me actually open up a different Bitcoin chart for us here. Open up a different Bitcoin chart here, and okay, so we have these levels: eat the bugs, own nothing, and be happy. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Better get rid of those before I get my channel banned. And also, if we do go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we had this this potential bump and run pattern. Okay, we had this potential bump and run pattern. And this bump and run pattern was where we had the trend line that we had been respecting from up here, bumped into it a few times, curved bottom, and then a breakout here. And we did actually get a perfect retest of this trend line. It was even more perfect on a different chart when I had drawn this trend line a little bit differently. But yeah, so we did absolutely long that because of the confluence from this area. And so it's very interesting and also encouraging to see that we did get this kind of a pattern here. But if we do continue to the upside now locally, the next major area of resistance is just going to be all this consolidation in here. So if we just look at the volume, actually, let me just turn on a VPVR indicator right now. Let's turn on a visible range indicator. We can see right here we have a very high volume node around 47, and so that's kind of, you know, where I'm looking at. We also need to be aware that around, you know, 45 we have this low volume node. So locally right now, if we're going to see more upside, I want to see us come above 45, and then I want to see us, you know, 47 is definitely an area that we need to be aware of. And if we can come above 47, I think we can get some more movement to the upside. So that's pretty much it for the Bitcoin right here. We could see, you know, that although this is there was intersectionality here, this white line is a little bit fragile. Okay, there is some WF around here, and so we just need to be aware that, you know, we could fall below that line. So let me pop open the chat now, see if we have any questions in here. So let's see. Let's open this in a web browser here. Let's see what you guys voted. So a lot of people are barely bullish at all. And shout out to Robert Bonar holding it down in the chat. Shout out to Din Sigo, who, happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday. And yeah, 750 likes, and I'm going to give away 0.025 Bitcoin. People always hate on me because they say I end the stream before it. But the truth is, guys, I mean, you know, I give a lot of time. These streams are kind of long, right? These streams are long. And we only have 200 likes, but we have 500 people in the chat, which is crazy to me because, you know, I'm trying to give away $1,000. So smash up the likes, guys. Smash up the likes. David Hagen asks, could bullishness in the medium time frame be currently working its way up to the monthly? If you look at the 2-week chart, it's starting to look better with money flow. Yeah, so absolutely, that could be the case, David Hagen or Hagen. Yeah, so if we do go back to a higher time frame, okay, I'm going to turn off the white fragility, okay, and we'll go to the week, and we'll even go to the 2-week, okay. And we can see VWAP kind of starting to curve up on the 2-week. We can see money flow starting to get a little bit higher on the 2-week. That is absolutely a plausible scenario. But it's not a scenario that can get us into any trade at the current moment, right? It's something we need to keep in the back of our minds and tell ourselves, okay, I see potential that the bearish divergence on the monthly could have already played out, and now things are going to start to turn up. And so what we need to do is, first of all, we need to make sure that we are holding the support, right? We're holding the support. If we start to lose the support right now, then we can say that high time frame bullish scenario, it becomes less plausible right now that we're losing support. And if we hold support, and even if we come down and hold the lower support and then get a move to the upside there, once the 2-week will start to confirm bullish, and if we start to flip market structure, and now we have put in a higher high on the weekly time frame, and then we put in a higher low, and then we put in another higher high, and then another higher low, and potentially even another higher high, then we can say, yeah, that bullish scenario played out. But it's not the kind of thing that can get us into any trade. It's just something that could keep us in a trade if we have already gotten a good entry at a lower support based on a lower time frame confirmation, or you know, waiting, if you're more of a swing trader or a spot trader, waiting until the 2-week actually confirms bullish to say, you know, I'm not going to buy in now until this thing starts to look more bullish and there's a little bit more confirmation, because right now, as the 2-week stands, there's a lot of room here for more downside. So, you know, entering a trade here is absolutely risky if you're going to long it. Never enter a trade, by the way, unless you have your confirmations. And that's what we go over in the course at jasoncaspertrading.com, 20% discount in the description, to systematize your trading. So you always have a plan, right? So you always have a plan. Like the Luna short that we got in here, right? This Luna short, we came up with the plan when price action was right over here. All right, price action was right here. Okay, we looked at the chart and we did our analysis, and we told ourselves, I told myself at least, I said, okay, the 4-hour time frame starting to print a red dot on market Cipher B, which means we're going to come down a little bit. I would like to see us come down and retest this area of previous support that flipped into resistance. I'd like to see this flipped into support again. And then I want to see us come up to this key area of resistance where we had multiple confluences here. We had a point of control as well as a golden pocket. And I wanted to see the bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame and down. And so I had this plan. And so when price actually did pretty much exactly what I was hoping, you see this? We came down. We didn't quite test the level I wanted to, but we came down, we came up, and then we did get the bearish divergence on market Cipher B like this, as we were putting in the higher high right into our box of resistance, rejecting perfectly off the 618. And then we came down from here, right? And now this trade is in profit, and I'm trading this with a little bit lower leverage, 5x, so about 35% in profit right now. And again, this is a trade setup. Every week we do altcoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum streams where we come up with swing trade setups, where, you know, we're looking to take trades if we get our confirmations. And this was one of those guys, and we've taken some epic ones. So yeah, if you have a plan, doesn't matter what time frame you're looking on, make sure you stick to your ideas and make sure you're looking at your confirmations. Shout out to Memory Man. Yeah, we might be able to take a peek at Matic and maybe some other coins here. So Drive with Bishop is looking at the 5-day time frame. Shout out to Tony C. Tony C, thanks for stopping by, man. God bless you. Shout out to Crypto Pump It, by the way. I'm doing good, Crypto Pump It. Hope you're doing good too, man. And shout out to KP, who says my videos are never too long. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that you find value in them. I'm glad to hear you find value in them. What are my thoughts on the RSIs being split on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour? It's very similar to the dump on the 21st, just before putting in the low. He's talking about the September 21st dump. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame here on Bitcoin. And we'll take a look at the RSIs. Let me turn them on right now. Now, the RSIs are, for me, the last indicator I look at on Market Cipher. Meaning I'm looking at money flow and momentum first, and RSIs are kind of like the icing on the cake, right? So the September 21st dump was right, where is that? September 21st. Right here? Is this what we're talking about? Let me go back and look at your comment again here. Just before putting in the low on September 21st. Oh, I see that. I see that. I think that that's very interesting. I think that that's very, very interesting. I actually have not looked at I have not compared the RSIs, but it looks like on the 4-hour time frame, they're starting to touch, and back on September 21st here, they also were starting to touch. Okay, so whenever the RSIs come together, that is a sign that we're going to get a move, right? Market Cipher B, the RSIs, when they come together, that is usually a sign that we're going to get a move, in my opinion. This is something I use a lot for scalping on lower time frames. It's not as clear on higher time frames, but the fact that they're coming together now is very interesting. And it does make me kind of think that, yeah, we could get a move. I mean, if we're going to get a move, guys, this is the point of decision right here. All right, this is the point of decision. This 40K level is a very important level for the Bitcoin. Okay, so that is interesting. Thank you for bringing that up, my friend. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Surface 9. Yes, David Hagen, you are absolutely right. It's good to keep your eyes on those higher time frames as well. FFFFF says, when Bitcoin is ranging between my trade setups, do I just not trade? Correct. I usually do not trade. You know, it's, for me, scalping is what a lot of people would call a day trade, right? I would consider all three of these potential trades that I posted here to be scalps. And, you know, it just so happens that the trade that we took here, the first one, I thought this was just going to be a little scalp. It ended up being a massive, massive trade. And so, you know, I mean, this was basically the last dump before we lost 45K, right? And so, yeah, I don't take a trade unless my confirmations are met at my level. And the thing is, the reason why is because there's no need to. We're in this to make money. And so if we are going to be making money, then there's no reason to risk your capital if you're not confident in that trade, right? So if we're risking our capital and we're not confident in the trade, we might as well not even be in the trade. And you don't have to take a trade every day. You don't have to take a trade every single day. There's absolutely no need to do that. In fact, if anything, if you're taking trades you're not confident in, that is called overtrading. If you're confident, I know people who scalp all day and they're confident in their scalps. But for me, you know, I look for those good setups and those are the ones I take. And if I don't find one in that day, no worries. There will be plenty of opportunity in the future. Plenty of opportunity in the future. Shout out to Smack Shade. I'm glad you enjoy the content. God bless you. Shout out to Vibhu. I love you as well, Vibhu. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. What's up, Crypto Man? And yes, Mel G brings up a good point. Discipline is essential, right? And yeah, Erin Grierson, she's choppy out there. Be careful. Yeah, right now it's technically a weekend in the US as well, guys. You know, it's Martin Luther King Day. So we could have some very weekendy price action here. Shout out to AG who bought the course. Shout out to Crypto Yacht, by the way. Guys, y'all need to check out Crypto Yacht's YouTube channel. He's a trader and a musician. And one day, Crypto Yacht and Jason Casper are going to collaborate. We got to do that soon. We gotta do that. We gotta do that soon, bro. What's up, Kuriakos? Shout out to Elham. And how did I learn how to trade? Tim wants to know. The way I learned how to trade, Tim, is it took years of not taking it seriously, and then it took years of taking it seriously. And I have gone to take many different trading courses from many different people, many of which you guys probably know, and some of which you guys probably don't know. And I basically taken everything that I've learned and kind of molded it into my own style, and I've finally found something I'm comfortable with. So that process took many years, and I went about it the wrong way because I didn't take it seriously at first. And I'm the kind of guy where I like to learn by doing, and trading is not that kind of thing. You cannot learn trading by doing unless you want to lose a ton of money. You have to learn trading by learning and then doing. And you're probably going to lose money because you can't teach somebody discipline and patience, especially in our culture and our society where we're so used to instant gratification, myself included, as a millennial growing up with a microwave and Chinese takeout. You're not used to waiting, and we're all addicted to dopamine right now, being on social media and stuff like that. Trading is not something where you can learn by doing, right? You can't tinker around and hope that you can put it together because, you know, the markets will absolutely humble you and take everything from you. You have to have a system. You have to have, even like, I firmly believe that even if you're not the best trader in the world, which I am definitely not, right? I'm definitely not that good of a trader, but if you take a conservative approach and you manage your risk properly, even if you have a sucky strategy, right? The most basic strategies out there will work. Like Bollinger Band RSI strategy will work if you manage your risk properly. And it's really just about loading the dice, taking a trade, 50-50 shot, the price is going to go up, the price is going to go down. There's a 50-50 chance. If you can do anything to load the dice in your favor, to load that coin flip in your favor, where now instead of a 50-50 chance, it's a 70-30 chance it's going to go in your favor, or an 80-20 chance it's going to go in your favor. And you combine those loaded dice with good risk management, where you know, even if I take 2, 3, 4 losses in a row, it's not going to set me back to the point where I lose my capital so that I cannot continue to do this. If you combine any strategy that loads the dice in your favor with proper money management, it's mathematically impossible that you're going to blow your account. Okay, it's mathematically probable that you're going to grow your account. And here's something that is the most difficult part about trading. In fact, in my course, the first thing I say is anybody can learn how to do technical analysis. Anybody can learn the concept, and it makes sense in theory, but actually doing it with real money on the line and getting it to the place where your emotions stay out of it as much as possible. We're all human. We all trade emotionally. I trade emotionally. I have missed out on really good trades because of emotions. I've gotten to really bad trades because of emotions. Right? But as much as we can filter that stuff out and stick to the process and the system, then that is setting us up for success. So yeah. Guys, smash up the likes. Let's see if we can get 750. I don't think we can, but yeah. Shout out to DJ who says sign up for the Patreon. It does not come with the course, DJ. The Patreon and the course are different. So the course is simply just this right here, and there's a 20% discount in the description. But the Patreon is the Discord where I and myself I and myself, Jason Casper and myself, we both post TA updates and trade setups in here, as well as many other good traders posting stuff in here. Yeah, so I post pretty in-depth technical analysis every day in here, except weekends. And you guys can see I post a lot of stuff in here, a lot of levels, a lot of good trade setups, you know, ideas that I'm looking at and trade setups that I'm looking at. And, you know, a lot of times these things actually happen, right? So let's see if we can find a recent. You know, I can't show the most recent updates, right? Because that would give away all the juice. But yeah, you can check this out at patreon.com/Jason Casper if you're interested. And if you're not interested, then hey, you know, it's not for everybody. Crypto Pump It, have I gotten the big K again? No, I haven't gotten it again, man. Haven't gotten it. So, sorry to hear you're not feeling the best. Yeah, Aaron Gerson learned the hard way. I learned the hard way. The small account challenge, right? So I was doing the small account challenge. I doubled the account. I stopped doing it because I need to focus my time on the bot. And the bot is going to be doing the small account challenge for me. The bot, if anybody doesn't know, we're working on this trading bot that is basically going to trade your plan for you. So if you have a plan, you know, for example, you know, I usually will come up with a plan for trading Ethereum or any coin, right? Where, you know, one day I was looking for these potential shorts and at the same time looking for these potential longs. If we got confirmations on market Cipher B, and you can tell the bot to take trades at certain places only if the confirmations are met, and we are putting a lot of work into the bot right now, a lot of work, and it's coming along very, very nicely. And the way I'm going to actually promote the bot is by growing the small account into the large account with the bot. Shout out to Blues, who every time he works out before he trades, his win rate goes up. Yeah, I find the same thing, man. I find the same exact thing. I feel because working out puts you in a good mood, and part of trading is you have to be in a good mood. Like you have to be stoked on what you're doing. If you're in a bad mood at the charts, you should probably walk away and do something that makes you happy. Yeah, shout out to Aaron Gerson. 750 likes will come back in April and May when the retail come back in and FOMO at the top. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. We're going to stay strong through the bear market, guys, on this channel. We're going to stay strong through the bear market because you know, that's where good traders are made, and that's where a tight community is built. And you know, we're going to come out super strong. And it's so funny, you know, people, you know, retail, they do not buy low and sell high. They definitely buy high and sell low. So yeah, let's pop back in here. What do I think about CryptoVac? I like CryptoVac. I like it. I think it's a good indicator. What bot do I use, DJ? It's a custom trading bot. It's called the Crypto Fusion bot. It's going to be only available through the Jason Casper crew over here. And basically this thing, what it does is it will enter a trade for you, and then as soon as the trade enters, it will set a stop loss and multiple take profits. As soon as take profit one is hit, you can set it to either keep the stop loss the same or move the stop loss to your entry. You could set a trailing stop loss. There's a lot of things that you could do, and it's coming soon. We're about to enter into beta testing. Right now we're in alpha testing. We're about to go into beta testing. It runs on a private server. And the only way to get access to the bot, guys, is going to be through the Jason Casper crew. And yeah, so Lion Sin of Pride, yeah, it's going to be available to everybody. Shout out to Dead Sea, who's in VIP, who says it's well worth it. We try and provide value there, guys. Crypto Yehoshua says the DXY is above the 200 weekly moving average. I don't know. I actually haven't checked on it. Crypto Yehoshua. Yeah, so Yeah, so that's a good, yeah, Aaron Grierson is, he's taking what the charts give him and reinvesting day trade profits, dollar cost averaging into projects he likes. That's the way to do it, man. Yeah, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm super close right now to I'm super close to 76,000 subscribers. I can't even believe that, guys. I cannot even believe that, man. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. 76,000 subs. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. And yeah. Yeah, the JC crew equals the Patreon. Yep, that's for sure. The VIP Discord, that's what it is. For the bot, you do not need to have Market Cipher. The bot will run by itself. You don't need to have Market Cipher. Because the bot is looking at Market Cipher. So it's not an auto trading bot. It's literally a bot where you have to know your stuff, right? You have to know your stuff. And if you don't know your stuff, you're not going to be able to use the bot. Let me quickly just come in here and see what's going on with the corn. Zoom in here to a lower time frame. Okay, so Bitcoin has lost the golden pocket right now, which is a pretty crucial area of support, which means I would expect us to get more movement to the downside here, potentially coming down to the golden pocket around 41.4-ish. And we would want to see bullish divergences here. So we could get a pretty significant dump if we don't start seeing some bullish divergences coming in here, right? So yeah, and then we do have major support. We have a 786 level and a daily down here as well. That's major support that I would like to hold. I would like to hold that support. So let me see something here. This is Ethereum, guys. This is Ethereum right here. And Ethereum, in a similar place to Bitcoin, where right now, Ethereum has been getting, we formed this cup and handle, right? No surprise. Cup and handle, breakout. And we came up to the, we came up to the one-to-one extension of the trend that we were in. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I took it from this low to this high to this low right here. We came up and rejected very nicely off the one-to-one fib extension. Now, if we're going to continue in an uptrend for Ethereum, the zone that we really need to hold right now is going to be this green box I have marked out here. Okay, this green box that I have marked out right here is a very important area of support. It's extremely important because we have two golden pockets and we have the value area low of this entire move to the upside. And this is an area where I am currently long, because we in the potential Ethereum swing trade setups channel posted this swing trade all the way back here on December 21st. We were looking at coming down to this exact level because it's a trend line, very similar to Bitcoin. We had the trend line, we had the fib confluence right there. And so I am personally long on Ethereum from that box right there. And I have my stop loss on my entry, right? I'm managing my risk properly. But here's the thing. If we are unable to hold this box, and this is a wide box, the reason it's so wide is because we have two golden pockets in there, right? We can come down all the way to 25.42, but the box begins at 29.07. If we lose this important box of support, then the next major area, if we lose the value area of this, like I'm talking about this entire chunk of price action, the fair value for Ethereum in this whole chunk of price action since the end of July is between 27.38 and 41.74. So if we lose 27.38 and we start closing candles below there, I'm talking like on the high time frames, 3-day to week, then the next major area of support for the Ethereum is going to be down here at 1,915, because we have the golden pocket retracement from the low of March 2020 to the all-time high. Right now, and this is very important, one of the reasons why this support is so dang important is because the fib from the bottom of the cup and handle to the high, we're currently bouncing perfectly off that golden pocket. And so if we lose the golden pocket of this previous trend, right? Because Fibonacci retracements are meant for identifying continuations in trends, right? The way trends work is we will come up a lot and then retrace a little, and then come up a lot and retrace a little. And if that retracement comes lower than the 618, it's very likely that the trend has reversed. Okay, we can come as deep as 61.8% retrace. Okay, so we came up from the low, we came up 100%. We've come back down 61.8% of that initial move to the upside. If we lose the 61.8, then it's very probable that we come back down to a lower point, and this local uptrend of low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low will be broken. Okay, something else to keep in mind, guys, is a potential head and shoulders right here with a breakdown target of about, if this happens, right? If this happens, a breakdown target of, you know, right around the $1,000 ETH, which is a very, very strong support as well, right? It's a very strong support in this box. So these are things that we need to be aware of, right? Because if Bitcoin is going to dump hard, Ethereum is also going to dump very, very hard. And ETH had a much faster move up and less ranging than Bitcoin did, right? Look at the massive kind of blow off top ETH had when we compare that to Bitcoin having this nice rounded top here. Ethereum had more of this blow off top back in the spring. And so that's why it's so important that the support we're at right now for ETH holds, right? ETH is in a very similar situation to the corn in the sense that we are on this very important trend line right here, okay, from the beginning of 2021, and we're at the golden pocket from the low of the summer to the all-time high. If we lose this important support, we're looking down at lower levels of support, the lowest being, you know, Ethereum, honestly, we could see back at 400 is a very strong area. 400, a very, very strong area. And, you know, it's unfortunate that Ethereum, you know, compared to Bitcoin, did not have as much volatility and had much more volatility in this bull run than Bitcoin had. So it could see a much faster move to the downside. But I think ETH and Bitcoin are going to trade, and they're going to mirror each other. Right, Ethereum is always trying to keep up with Bitcoin. Now, the reason I know this is because my grandfather, my southern grandfather, I told him, you know, Paul, you know, you got to get yourself into some of this cryptocurrency. You got to get yourself into some of this Ethereum. You got to get yourself into some of this Bitcoin. And he thinks Ethereum and Bitcoin are rivals. He's like, how's the this doesn't sound very southern. You know, my grandfather is actually, he was born in Cuba. He came here when he was 19 years old, and he didn't know English, and he had no education, and he worked his way up to being literally like the second in command of a huge company. And he was in charge of buying, basically controlling what products department stores would buy every year. And he has a very strange accent. And I can't do it. It's kind of like a Cuban accent, but I just can't do it. So, but my grandfather's not really Southern. He's a 94-year-old Cuban guy, and he's the best. My grandfather's the best. He's 94. He acts like he's 60, and but he still doesn't quite understand cryptocurrency. He calls them companies, and he's like, "How's that company you're into? What is it? Not Bitcoin, but the other one." Yeah, Ether, yeah, something like that. And so, you know, why did I go down this road? I don't know. I don't know why I went down that road. But I have no idea why I went down that road. Sorry, guys. Sorry, brain fart over there. Jump back into the chat here. Shout out to L888, by the way. Do I enter when the divergence is forming or after it's confirmed? That's a good question. Usually when it's forming, but you have to be out of support. Okay? Guys, let's get the likes up on this stream. If we can get that 750 likes, we can give away 0.025 Bitcoin. Shout out to Aaron Grierson, who says price action is never coming as low as you want it. Yeah, that can happen sometimes, but also sometimes it can come lower than you want it, honestly. honestly. So yeah, Ethereum right now, this is massive support, analogous to the Bitcoin support that we have. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that bounce. The Ethereum support that we have right now is analogous, I would say, to let me shut all this stuff off, to the Bitcoin support that we have currently at this trend line right here. Okay, the Ethereum is here. Let's go to the 3-day for Bitcoin too. ETH and Bitcoin are both at critical lines of support, okay, where we know if we lose these, we have a fast move down for ETH and Bitcoin. You know, we would have a pretty fast move down. So that's the deal with ETH and the Bitcoin. Shout out to Yazid, yeah. Cardano had a nice move the past few days. Yeah, I'm actually long on Cardano, guys. I'm long on Cardano. I didn't get into Pulse X Blues or Pulse Chain. Yeah, I'm missing all these boats because I'm just sitting here trying to eke out little 3% moves on Bitcoin. Market Matt warned about a dump coming. Everybody, I do not give financial advice, but Market Matt may. I'm not sure. You should check out his channel. Do you have a channel, Market Matt? Let's see. Does Market Matt have a channel? If you have a channel, Market Matt, we're about to check it out, man. Let's check it out, Market Matt. It doesn't look like you, Market Matt. Aha, Market Matt. Nice, man. I guess I've already checked you out, man. Yeah, I'll give you a sub. Everyone go subscribe to Market Matt. He has 2 subscribers. Let's pump him up, guys. Let's pump up Market Matt's subscribers right now. He's in here trading Ethereum, shorting it. He's into the dumps, guys. Market Matt's into the dumps. Go subscribe to Market Matt. Let's see if we can pump up his subs. Nice, we're pumping it, guys. Oh wait, that's me. I pumped it. I pumped it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Market Matt, my man. Good old Market Matt. Yeah, I am long on Cardano. I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you why I'm long on Cardano. Right? Let's check out good old Cardano. Right? Check it out. Hang on. Let me pull it up. Sorry for the Southern, but sometimes I just wax Southern. I know people want to slap me in the face, but they don't understand. This is just my native tongue. Right? This is just my native tongue. Now let's take a look at Cardano. Why am I long on Cardano? Hang on, let me remove this short position right here. The reason I'm long on Cardano is twofold. All right, number one, when we take a look at the Cardano USD pair, we came down into this important area of support. All right, now I gonna remove some of these drawings that I got on here, and I'm also gonna have to remove all these other Fibonacci retracements. We came down to this very important support, okay? And literally, the trade setup that I had given in my VIP stream was, if we lose this low right here and we get a bullish divergence on the 1-day time frame, I'm going to long Cardano. Now, Cardano has been playing with my heart, guys. You know the story. You know the story. If anyone follows the channel, you guys know the story. That I've owned Cardano since she was very, very cheap. Okay, since she was very, very cheap. I'm talking since, man, before she was even on Binance. Okay, I've owned Cardano since before she was even on Binance, since 2017. I guess she had to have been on Binance, and we went through our ups and downs. Okay, but really, what happened was, when I saw this falling wedge, okay, forming here, I thought this for sure was going to be a massive breakout. And I actually got into a long. It's one of the most epic trades I ever took right from this exact low wick. I mean, it was one of the most epic trades I ever took. I don't know if I can find it now. It was so dang long ago. It was so long ago. It was one of the most epic trades. Okay, so here it is, right? We were looking at this trade as we're forming this wedge to come down and bounce right off the 618 where we had some confluence, okay? The trade actually did get triggered like a ambiguously gendered, fat, white, pink-haired college student, right? Where did that trade get triggered? Right here. No, that's not the trade. That's not the trade. This is the SOL short that we took. We shorted SOL right from the top, guys. We longed SOL right from the bottom. Right here. Look at this, guys. What a juicy entry. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. The juiciest entry in the world. And that was right from this wick. Okay, that we got that trade right from this wick. And then I thought for certain this wedge was going to break out. Well, guess what? Boom, we came down. And when we came down, guess what else? We found really good support right here. I thought for certain this was the support, and then we started to come up, and then guess what? Boom, we come down, and then guess what? We find support right here on the golden pocket. I'm like, this for sure has to be support. We come up, boom, we come down even more. Cardano's not been very nice to me, okay? And now I don't have any faith in her either. I don't have any faith that she's going to be faithful in this relationship. I don't. But because we came down and we got the bullish divergence into the golden pocket, we're holding that good support. I am long on Cardano. In fact, right now, let me check on the trade in ByBit on my phone. That trade is currently up. And shout out to everyone who also took this trade, because this is one of the trade setups I gave in the VIP Discord during the altcoin stream. My ByBit's not loading. Well, that's a bummer. But it's up some percent. It's lower leverage. I'm not high leveraging this anymore. Yeah, so another reason why Cardano it's such important support is because the Bitcoin Cardano pair, guys. For all you Cardano hodlers out there, the Bitcoin Cardano pair is also at a crucial support on the golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. And so when you see the altcoin with the Bitcoin pair and the USDT pair holding crucial support together, that is a bullish sign for both, okay? And so this is bullish. If I want to accumulate more Bitcoins, I am a huge Cardano hodler. I've been hodling the tractor tires out of Cardano since 2017. I have lots of Cardano, guys. And so when I see this Bitcoin pair on support and I see the USDT pair on support, I can't help but get bullish. I cannot help but get bullish, right? And if we are going to go into a crypto winter, be on the lookout for some of these altcoin pairs that are finding good support with the BTC pair, because you could eke out some more Bitcoins. If you're trying to gather those Bitcoins, you're trying to plant a field of non-GMO Bitcoin, you got to make sure that you're finding those juicy entry levels like around here, around these supports on the Bitcoin pair. All right, so that's the deal with Cardanioni over here. And shout out to everyone who liked the video. Cardano's at resistance right now. You know what I'm saying? So, am I married to coins? Well, I'm not married to coins, guys. I'm married to Big Butts 28, my wife. Shout out to Big Butts 28. She's over here. Well, actually, she's not online right now, but she is an owner in the Discord. And yeah, so I'm married to Big Butts 28. And but the coins, Big Butts 28, she is better than Cardano. I'll give her that. Laurel says it's a buy, W pattern. Super Focus says sometimes the fat, ambiguously gendered college students have green hair. You're right. You're right. Super Focused wants to know, is there a bear trap going on now? Are you talking about with Bitcoin, or are you talking about with Cardano? I mean, with Bitcoin, is there a bear trap? It's like we won't know, but I will say this. Right now, market Cipher B on the 1 hour is looking pretty bearish. And I will also say that it could very well be a bear trap. The way I'm going to play this is I'm going to be looking at my levels of support And if I see a confirmation on market Cipher B at these levels of support, then I will say this is a bear trap and I'm going to long this. But if I don't see my confirmations, I'm not going to long it. I'm going to hold my shorts. I'm in 3 short positions, actually 4 short positions now on Bitcoin. The most recent short I entered on Bitcoin was this one right here, Bitcoin scalp trade setups. And I had 2. Where are we now? Whoa, we're way back in the past. We're way back in the past. I had 2. And this was basically my plan, guys. This was my plan. I wanted to come up here. I wanted to come down here and bounce. And, you know, basically, these were the two shorts that I was looking at for Bitcoin. One from the golden pocket, the second one from up here at this green box. And we got both of them, right? We got the first one from the golden pocket, shorted it down with our bearish confirmations on market Cipher B. And then we got our second one. And let's see. Yeah, we got our second one from up here as well. And this is the one I'm currently short from. And did I even post that in here? I don't think I posted that in here. This is the one I was looking at, but I guess I didn't post it in here. But if I come over here to this other channel, before the weekend started, I was looking at this. Let's see if I can find it now. Oh man, hang on guys, I'm so sorry. I post so much in here, sometimes it can be difficult, so let's see. Yeah, so before the weekend started, this was my plan. My plan was to short from the golden pocket. That was the first short I wanted. To come back up, to bounce off this golden pocket for a long, come back up to this green box for a short, okay? Over the weekend, this exact plan that I was hoping for came to fruition, and you can see that we rejected off the golden pocket. We came down to bounce off the golden pocket down here, and then we came up to the green box for the rejection, and I'm currently still short from that rejection. So 3 trades right here, short, long, short, all 3 of those happened, and it's pretty dang juicy. So I'm currently now in 4 shorts on Bitcoin, and wow. This is just crazy, guys. Like, I can't believe how much we've dumped down. You know, every single one of these ranges we lost. I shorted right here. I shorted right here. I shorted right here. And now I'm short again from right up here. So I'm just going to hold those, man. I have no reason to close them out. Already I've taken like half the position out of each one, and I have half the position open on each one. I will short this thing down to 0, man. And then, you know, USDT pair, bro. But no, seriously, every single range that we formed here for the corn on the way down has been broken to the downside since November 9th, right? We had the range right here, broke down. The other range right here, broke down. The range right here, broke. I guess this entire thing was the range right here when we broke down. Now we have this range down here. This is the first time we've had a range break up, guys. This is one of the reasons also why I'm kind of bullish. Look at this. This is the first time we have a range break up. Now we're trading in this higher range right here. And so if we break up again, we could reverse bearish market structure on a higher term time frame. And if we get a wick down here and we put in a higher high, then we could just look at this entire thing as one range that broke to the upside. So yeah, it's very interesting. I can't believe how far we've come. It seems like just yesterday I was in my car eating a keto cup, hazelnut keto cup. Shout out to everyone who eats hazelnut keto cups. I remember November 9th. I was driving to the feed store, the local feed store, to buy some grains, some scratch grains for my chickens. And I remember this drop here happening while I was in the pickup truck, guys. It's you know, it's interesting times, man. We have come a long way. Bitcoin is a never-ending adventure, guys. It's a never-ending adventure. A never-ending adventure. It's a longer stream today, by the way. Yeah, shout out to Memberman who only buys non-GMO Bitcoin. And do I have 2 accounts, James Andrews? I have many accounts, but you can short multiple accounts at the same time. So on PHEMEX, I'm long on Bitcoin. On the Bitcoin margin pair, I'm short on Bitcoin from the USD margin pair. If you're on ByBit, you can long and short USDT at the same time, and you can long USD. So if you long with Bitcoin and short with USDT, yeah, P Martin, yeah, it's good to have multiple accounts and be in multiple positions at the same time, so you can schlong. It's all about schlonging it, because if you can be in shorts, like I'm in 4 shorts starting from up here, right? And which means my shorts are up combined, you know, about 30%, and some of them are very high leverage. So, you know, when you know, you know. I jump into everything in life fast without thinking, ready, fire, aim. So if I know that we're at resistance and we're coming down, man, I will leverage the tractor tires out of that thing, right? So I'm in some 70x leverage shorts, and you know, it's you know, it's a nice time, right? So if we're already short from up here, and then we're long from down here, that's called being in a schlong, which means if I take a year-long vacation right now and the Bitcoin price pumps, I'm making money. And if I take a year-long vacation and Bitcoin price dumps, I'm still making money. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we have a VIP Bitcoin and Ethereum live stream today in about 2.5 hours. So I'm going to have to end this stream kind of soon, but I appreciate everyone for being here. I appreciate everyone for holding it down. Priyanka wants to know, why are all cryptos falling? Because the market's falling. It's just going through. That's just what markets do. So our job, Priyanka, is to find the areas of support and resistances, and then trade accordingly. And if price is going up or price is going down, we can make money. That's what's so great about trading. And if anybody does want to trade over on ByBit, you can use my affiliate link if you want. There's a whole bunch of cool rewards there. You can get free money just for signing up. There's some rewards over there. I'll post the link in that description. And also, if you do want 20% off the trading course, you can use this code right here. And also, if you do want to join the community, you can do that right here. Wait a second. I guess I don't have it in the description, huh? Or you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. I'll have to put that link in the description at patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, I do have a Market Cipher affiliate link. If anybody wants to buy Market Cipher through me, you can do that right here. And I don't have a discount, but I'm pretty sure BitBoy has a discount, guys. Maybe CryptoFace will hook it up. So, yeah, I do have to go plow the snow. In fact, my wife just texted me and told me I should go plow the snow. So, on that note, guys, I am going to go plow the snow. And yeah, I'll see you all in a few hours. But anyway, receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Now, the purpose of this blessing is that the Lord, the creator of the heavens and the earth, would place his name upon you and bless you. And, you know, the world is an absolutely crazy place. And if anything, the 20th century and beyond has been, without a shadow of a doubt, absolute proof that mankind is incapable of governing himself. The more technologically advanced we become, the more we kill ourselves off. And the only hope that there is in this world is found in the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. He has actually redeemed us through his shed blood so that we could be reunited to God the way we were originally created to be. We were originally created to be divine rulers of the earth, be a reflection of who God is on the earth, just like he is in heaven. But we have lost that, and we have corrupted ourselves, and the only hope is through Jesus the Messiah. And the purpose of this blessing that I'm about to bless you with is so that the Lord, the Creator, will actually place his name upon you, his seal upon you, and bless you in all your ways. And indeed, he has blessed me in more ways than I can even begin to count. And so receive this blessing. In Hebrew, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which in English means may the Lord bless you and protect you, and may he shine his light upon you, may he have grace upon you, and may he turn his face towards you and give you peace and completeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel.